My name is Oshun the Great, and welcome to my beautiful channel. So today I wanted to touch on the topic of how in New Age spirituality in particular, how we are so afraid to name and label evil what it is, and how obviously that's part of spiritual bypassing. And obviously, as an activist, I brought this up before of how activism is also love. And basically, I feel like a lot of spiritual teachings in our modern day society, it actually makes us weak. It sets us up to not know how to protect ourselves mentally, spiritually, and physically. Um, and it's so important to know how to protect yourself on a spiritual level, on a mental, emotional level, especially. It sets us up to constantly be spiritually attacked, and especially when you're a person born with a light or a purpose, or you're ordained into this world, you are born a lot of times like you have to learn how to protect yourself and that energy and that essence. And in a lot of African spirituality, for example, or a lot of cultures actually, they teach self-defense even in spirituality, and a lot of that has been written off as like demonic, or a no-no, or like it's sinful to protect yourself or something. But that's so against nature, because obviously if someone is fighting you, you have the right to fight back. As simple as that. And and so basically, it's setting us up to be weak. A lot of, we know in a lot of religions and even spirituality itself, new age spirituality, a lot of people at the top of this threshold who peddle these new age spirituality, they also want control over people's mind, money. So they're teaching the same things religion. um they just want control, and you need people weak in order to control them. And so a lot of these things don't really leave you truly empowered, like with self-empowerment. And so um you have to learn how to protect yourself, and you have to be aware that it's okay to protect yourself, and there's no karma coming for you for protecting yourself. And if someone keeps um throwing shade your way, for example, and let's say you hex them or something, they had it coming. And so depending on your belief or whatever, even if you believe in things like we know there's a lot of stigma around voodoo now. A lot of people are understanding all these spirituality that was stripped away from black people, root working and all these things. It was a reason, because people use voodoo to fight back in Haiti, all these things. And so they don't want you to know that. Even if you just believe in prayer, praying against your enemies and all these stuff is like, it's common sense to just know to protect yourself. But even naming evil, so for example, when we incarnate in this world, we incarnate, it's not just good, like it's, we come into this spiritual warfare. This is what this realm is, this is what this world is. And for spirituality to leave that out is leaving you severely blindsided, and so it again leaving you unprotected. And so it is in a way a war of good and evil, and the best thing evil can do is convince you that it doesn't exist. And so you have to understand that there's so many dualities. It's not scary to acknowledge dualities. It's not scary to not acknowledge evil. There's evil people who do fucked up shit on purpose every single day. Is it not? And so when we have people who like try to act like it's not the case, they are the ops. They are the enemy. And even when we have spirituality that makes you fear yourself, that teaches you about demons and all these things, is to dissociate you from your body, trusting yourself, embodying that you are an extension of source and you're powerful. So things like that. And so yeah, it's wild. There's a comment I got of a person who said that she believes a lot of people who in spirituality and spiritual circles, they dissociate, like they don't know how to take on all these like negative awareness or in the world or stuff like that, or war, or all these things that are happening in the world. And I think that's a cop out in a way. In a way, yes, but in a way, no, it's like we have to be aware and be real. Like, we can't evolve or elevate or do anything if we're not being honest and truthful. So that's just my 2 cents so far. We have to be able to name evil what it is. And again, even self-help books and spirituality, which is like $1 billion industry, they thrive on us not naming things what they are, because they're doing shady, manipulating things too. It's like the 48 laws of power or something. But yeah.